The billionaire Koch brothers, David and Charles, the men said to be behind the scenes at the Tea Party, are masters at trying to keep secret both their political and business dealings. But now the covers have been at least partially pulled back on their privately held oil company, Koch Industries, what reporters for Bloomberg Markets call its secret sins. Other than a night out on New York's cultural scene, the Kochs rarely appear or speak in public.
We hit the button,
but on this occasion, a documentary filmmaker was rolling as David Koch appeared before Tea Party leaders and spoke of American values.
The American dream of free enterprise, capitalism is alive and well.
But now questions are being raised about the American values of the source of the Koch's wealth. Koch Industries, a $100 billion a year oil and energy company based in Wichita, Kansas. This week's edition of Bloomberg Markets reveals one Koch Industries subsidiary was trading with Iran and that another in France was paying bribes to get business in 6 different countries. In a previously undisclosed document, Koch Industries even admits the payments are violations of criminal law.
It's a document right there in the court record out of the lips of Koch Industries.
Mr. Koch, ABC News. How do you respond to the allegations?
David Koch declined to speak with ABC News when we caught up with him outside his Park Avenue apartment in New York City. The company says it fired those responsible for the bribes when it learned of them in 2008. But as a private company, it was able to keep all of that secret until this week's article.
There are enough of these payments that I think any prosecutor would want to look further.
As for the trading with Iran, it involved key components for a huge state-owned petrochemical plant from Koch subsidiaries in Germany and Italy, despite a U.S. ban on trade with Iran since 1995. One order was placed the day after President Bush told Congress Iran continued to be a threat to the U.S.
Pursues weapons of mass destruction and supports terror.
Koch Industries says the trade with Iran was legal because it was done through a foreign subsidiary and that no Americans were involved.
You're still dealing with a state that is considered by the U.S. State Department to be a sponsor of terrorism.
Koch Industries says it voluntarily stopped trading with Iran in 2006, but the new revelations that it went on, even through a subsidiary, and that other multinational companies also traded with Iran. But the fact is that it took place with this company. It's not likely to sit that well with Koch's conservative friends in Congress and in the Tea Party, Robin.
Thank you for your investigation there, Brian. Thank you. Have a good weekend.